Welcome man to alphamantraining.com. In this video for European guys, also US guys can watch. So probably your situation is you are in one of Europe's city. For example, maybe you are in guys can watch Stockholm, or probably your situation is you are in Stockholm, Finland, Norway, Poland, Riga, Tallinn, Helsinki, Stockholm, Oslo, Copenhagen, Warsaw, Berlin, Amsterdam, or other cities, and you watching a lot of videos on YouTube. You're probably thinking to take some PUA Bootcamp, but you're not sure you will get what you want in return. You will invest money, but you're not sure what you will get in return. So this video is for you, to give you a lot of information when you can make a right decision in your life. So first of all, who I am and what I am doing. In community, a lot of men, say that I'm one of the best, dancer in the world, because I dance salsa, bachata, kizomba, and nightclub dance lessons, and also prepare men how to dance in clubs. So for them, night game is kids garden. Day game also, works really well, because we put dancing techniques into that, and all women like to dance, like men who dress really well, who approach, who behave, in a nice way, also dominant, and we can dance, lead them. So a lot of my students reached amazing success with women. I'm based in Lithuania, Vilnius, and also I was hired by American multi-billionaire back in 2015 to train him, same day lay, same night lays. And I work individually most of the time, like one-on-one. So if you are in one of those European cities, so you're thinking, about results. You probably go from 8 to 5, to a job from Monday to Friday. And on weekend, you want to pull some girls, get laid. You also want to, get a girlfriend for long-term relationship. So you're thinking, how I can be trained, what books I can read, what DVDs I should watch, how I can get those results, how I can become successful with girls. So look, if you will take a boot camp where ratio is 1 instructor works with 3 students, so it's big percent that you will not get what you want in return. What I noticed with all clients with whom I worked individually, one-on-one, they got everything what they wanted. Or at least, I worked with 2 males. I'm one instructor and I'm working with 2 males. I can prepare them for night game, working team, and so on. So how everything will be. I drive or I fly to your city in Europe. Let's say that you are in Copenhagen, in Denmark. So we talk on Skype, and we say that we will do training in Copenhagen. So we buy tickets. I fly to Copenhagen. When I train you, we also rent a place, rent a flat of 2 separate rooms, one for you, one for me, and I start to train you how to approach, how to continue conversation, how to close girls, also train you how to dance. Probably I fly with my female instructor, or we get your female friend in Copenhagen, and we start train you how to dance. So you learn how to dance, how to dress. We also together go to shopping malls. I give my tips, you know, how to dress for you, what clothes to buy, and so on. So we change your style. You learn how to dance. When you learn, you know, how to seduce women. And we approach streets, shopping malls, parks, universities. You get numbers when we, you know, discuss how to get them on the date. You date them, and then at the weekend we go to approach nightclubs, you know, and you do those dancing techniques, dancing, pulling, seduction techniques. So our main goal of that weekend, starting from Friday and ending up on Sunday, is to fully train you, you know, day game and night game, is to do long boot camp, you know, one-on-one, or maximum, you know, I work with 2 males. And after this boot camp, you have new dressing style, new skills of communication, new skills of understanding, you know, real social dynamics, new skills of dancing, approaching clubs, feeling attractive towards women, new level of confidence, new level of success with women. And next weekend you try by yourself, and we support you through alphamantraining.com. Yeah, so this kind of bootcamp we can do, because hours, you know, long training are more expensive, you know, and this weekend bootcamp is good to start. You know, and okay, let's see, maybe you have some question. This weekend bootcamp. So, okay, what else you need to know about bootcamp? You know, you need good instructor, and who, you know, doesn't lower your self-esteem. You need an instructor who gives you as much compliments as he can, you know, because the main goal is to rise up your self-esteem, you know, rise up your confidence. So you need instructors who actually, you know, find out your pluses, you know, not minuses. Of course, they change your minuses into pluses, but you need, you know, instructor, you know, with whom you are comfortable to work. Second thing, you need to fully be prepared. You need to need your empty head, you know, because I remember I had one client who was working, you know, in construction, and when he was coming to Alphaman training, his mind was full of, you know, was stuff to do in constructions, because he had, you know, his own agency of constructions, and he was, you know, fully into that. He cannot, you know, focus on girls, you know, on communicating with them. So you need to sleep real well, be, you know, really open-minded, you know, focused on girls, on communications, and enjoy, and be ready, you know, to get a lot of rejections, be ready, you know, for a lot of information, and be ready also for some manipulation, the right manipulation, you know, because, you know, nowadays 2016 is different, you know, everything is moving, you know, people becoming more and more dumb. People, you know, wanna fast results, people wanna, you know, quick results, and girls are upset about, you know, new apartments, new cars, where more on materialistic side, you know. So 2016 is a year when we need, you know, to manipulate women, you know, in the right way. Because what we did, you know, in America, when I have been hired by American men, I need to train you also how to manipulate women in the right way. Because if you not manipulate them, you know, you cannot lay them fast. You cannot get laid on the first date. Yeah, of course, you need to be prepared, you know, for reactions when you know, women will feel, you know, upset, you know, that you seduce them really fast. I remember that with one client, we rent apartment, you know, in very city center, and we started, you know, to pull very young girls to those apartments, and after sex, those girls, you know, I was like, oh my God, what I did. Oh my God, what I did, I cannot believe. So you need to be very, you know, passionate. You need to be very, you know, positive. Feel that you're doing the right thing, the right manipulation. Because without manipulation, your results will be average. You know, it's just you will get numbers, but you will seduce probably a girl in 2 weeks, just, you know, in 3 weeks. With manipulation, you can get laid, you know, on the first date. So you need to be ready for alpha man training, but I will train you also how to lie. Yeah, so the right manipulation, the right lie, you know. So sometimes you need to lie in order to make people make right decisions, you know. So that's what I noticed for a lot of guys are really hard to do that. They want to, you know, amazing results, but they cannot lie. Their soul cannot let them to lie. So do not expect, you know, amazing results if you cannot lie, if you cannot manipulate, if you cannot be calm doing that. You know, nice guys are getting just nice results, just, you know, average, below average results. You know, for if you're not manipulating, you know, in this world, for you it's very hard to achieve, you know, huge success in life. If you're manipulating people in the right way in today's modern society, for you it's much more easier to achieve success, because you need to convince people, you need to convince a girl, go with you, and so on. So you need to learn manipulation. That's very important. Back in America, you know, when I was doing that manipulation, I was not showing my face, you know, doing with my blurred out face. Why? Because yeah, it's quite hard, but you know, later everyone understands that you do for the right purposes, you know, because later those clients got those girls for long-term relationships. They open business with them, they work with those girls. What else you need to do, how to prepare for bootcamp? You also need to be ready that maybe 1 weekend will be not enough to learn. So maybe, you know, we will exceed, you know, we will make it longer. So it depends by station, because your strategy should change by the situation, you know. Okay, what else you need to prepare for PUA Bootcamp is to be ready to approach girls anytime. It's like when we out from our sex location, we are on the street, you should be ready, you know, instantly to approach your neighbor. Yes, because what I train, you know, is actually how to manage any relationship, you know, with your neighbors, with other girls. Why? Because what I notice, you know, a lot of clients, no, I cannot approach neighbor, you know, I will run out of my reputation. Look, you know, if you cannot lie, if you want to say every true, you know, for every person, of course you will run out of reputation. But you know, that your neighbor cannot know, you know, how many girls you have, you know, what are you doing in life. So it's like you need to be ready to approach. Because look, why to go to very city center, or why to go, you know, 20 miles away from our sex location if you instantly can pull your neighbor and get laid? So see, clients, you know, what I notice, we go out, we know we're waiting. When we drive to the very city center, we will place a car. Then, you know, we will go on the street, and then finally that girl will walk down the street, and finally he will approach that girl. It's wrong. You need to prepare that pickup is messy. It's like random situations coming, you know. It's like, oh my god, neighbor, hot blonde neighbor is coming. You need go talk to her, dance with her, seduce her, manipulate, and close her on the same day. It's like, you know, you need to prepare that. But alpha man training is different because we close girls on the same day, you know. What it means, we manipulate until that level. We close neighbors. We close very close girls who walk around your apartment. What I want to train you is like very easy way to get laid. Like, you know, you have 2-3 neighbors who doesn't know that you actually date multiple girls, and you bring multiple girls to home, you have sex. If you don't like that, you take the best one for long-term relationship. So see, what I noticed, I train clients, I set up microphone, we walk out from doors, and is a beautiful blonde, you know, neighbor is walking, and I said, approach here, do what and he says, I cannot do that because fucking she is living, you know, here. I don't want that she will know, you know, that I'm approaching girls. And it's wrong, see, because you talk negatively to you need, instead of that, you need to change, oh my god, I will go and I will give her opportunity to meet me, you know, and to feel me, to experience me. I will make her happy. So see, this one thing. Next thing, you know, we will make different type of clothes. Is one, what I like, one is solid dress code, you know, is like jacket, what I dress here. Another one, you know, is more casual, jeans, shirts, and maybe, you know, some full cap. It's like you will try, you know, what works for you the best, and you will stay with that. Okay, next thing, what you need to do about PUA Bootcamp in Europe is to manage your relationships with friends, with family. See, you know, what I noticed, some of my clients, we want to say for their relatives, but we are going to PUA Bootcamp. Look, most people realities are different. They cannot understand that. So see, it's like what I say for clients, it is just your secret, what you have been in PUA Bootcamp. You doesn't need to tell any relatives, and any close friends. Yes, why? Because look, if you go to PUA Bootcamp or to Alpha Man training, it means you learn something that society doesn't want to tell you, that you know, you become more clever. It's like you are more smart. You can, it's like maybe, you know, those friends or close people, they think maybe you will manipulate them. And most of time people think that you manipulate them in a bad way, you know, to make something bad for them. So in order to not hurt your close relationships, you cannot say that you go to PUA Bootcamp. Instead of that, you say that you're going to meet your friend, or you're going to on business trip, you will just meet. So see, everything you should represent how most people want to hear, you know. For example, one of my clients, he told to his parents about me, who I am. Just dance teacher, you know. It's just, he said that I took some dance lessons, because I want to learn fast how to dance with a woman in the right way, how to lead her on the dance floor, how to be confident. And most parents said, oh, amazing, very good investment, we like that. And just imagine if he would say, you know, I buy same-day banks training, same-day race training. Please, you know, support me. Cannot do, because it's, most people doesn't live like that in reality. So see, you need to keep in secret that you will not run out your relationships. It will be secret between us. And what techniques you will know, you just will know. No one will know. And why you need to work individually private? Because we cannot put such stuff, you know, on YouTube. What I thought, you know, maybe to create alpha man training with masks, you know, because yeah, Aaron Welfare created that image because I have, you know, it's like shocking database, you know, from approach to sex. But I thought, you know, that I will run out a lot of relationships of my life. So I started to do with a mask. But what I noticed later, when I talked through Skype with my client, he asked me, are you that guy, you know, in most videos from approach to sex? So, and you know, for me, it's what the fuck, you know, I need to convince him that I am that guy. So I realized that I need to show my face. But I cannot put those, you know, amazing videos, you know, who say the truth, how society works and how you need to control reality. Cannot upload, you know, to YouTube, because Alpha Man Training YouTube channels have been deleted for 5-6 times, you know. We break those, you know, YouTube, you know, people flagged, you know. So also back in my country, my YouTube channel was deleted for 5 times, you know, because women approach those channels. It's like they cannot believe, you know, what's the stuff, you know, is uploaded. So yeah, the main goal of this video is just to tell you that there is a services, high quality services, you know, to train you, PUA Bootcamp. And the next thing for you, you know, is to contact through alphamantraining.com, not through Facebook. Why? Because on my name and surname and on my face image can create anyone, you know, account. So the real address to contact with me is go to alphamantraining.com, go to contacts and contact with me. By the way, you know, we are ordering to Alpha Man Training SSL certificate. So soon you will be able to buy with your credit cards, you know, instantly, to write your credit card number and those free, you know, numbers from the behind of a card and purchase products. So I'm very proud about that. What else you need to know about? You need also to know that your life will be the most interesting once you will start approach strangers. Your life will become boring when you will stop to approach strangers. So I mean, look, it's like how your mood depends. You wake up early morning, you doesn't talk with any person, you just go out. If you're not approaching strangers, your mood will be bad. What I will train you how to control your emotions, emotional intelligence. So see, what I noticed, you know, a lot of clients, we cannot control their emotions, you know, we cannot manage. So everything what you reach in your life depends how you control your emotions. It's like your all success in life determines on your, you know, emotional intelligence, how you can control your emotions. Because every bad approach what you will make will be plus for your bank account, you know, for your life account. Every hesitation, you know, every not closing a girl, not manipulating here in the right way will be minus for your bank account, for your life account. You will waste time. So, and the last thing you need to know that time passes really quick. It's like you don't have a lot of time because, look, for me now it's 27 years old. When I have been 22 years old, my energy was higher for reaching goals, you know. When at 27, your energy drops down, you know. 22 was energy was higher, you know. Now it's 27. When I will become 30 years old, 40 years old, energy will drop down, you know. So it means you will not be attractive towards women so much. I had, you know, a client recently who is 42 years old. So his sex drive, you know, is much more lower, for example, than mine. So he do some exercises when he approach girls. So the more you're younger, the better it is. And remember what I said in another video, maximum is 5 years difference. It's like for taking a girl for long-term relationship. The best girls to take for long-term relationship are those starting from 21 going to 23 years old. The older they become, it's like the harder they choose men, you know. You know, they want with a lot of traits, and those women's quality drops down, you know, with their age rises up. So you need to be fast. You need to save time. You need to save time. Otherwise, you will be like with my my friend. He's 31 years old, and we were going, you know, to nightclubs before 4 years when I haven't been a star in my country. And we remember those times. So for him to approach girls in clubs was much more easier. Now we should do, you know, to cut his hair in the right way, to put different clothes, maybe to take air, you know, some shit, you know, into the air, to make him look younger when he can manipulate girls. Because what I said, if you are 31 years old or 40 years old, you approach a girl and she asks, how old are you? Because she sees that you're older, and you say that true, that I'm 31 years old, she's in shock. Oh my God, that guy is too old for me. It's like, I cannot take him for long-term relationship, work with him. If you doesn't know manipulation, the right manipulation, so you cannot get that girl for relationship. Because I know you doesn't want a girl who is, you know, 30 years old. Those are too old girls. You want a girl who is very beautiful, very young, 21 going up to 23. And that's what I want to train you. Manipulation, how to manipulate, you know, how to read everything in girl's mind and manipulate. Your head will be work like a Hitler's head. You will know everything, what we're thinking, and how to give answers based on girls' reality. See, a lot of men give answers is like, we want to be very open, we want to, you know, say the truth, doesn't lie, but where words conflict with girls' reality. She doesn't hear those. She doesn't want to hear those answers. And we cannot seduce those girls. And one success story from previous client in Gdansk, Poland. He's older, 45 years old, and he took a girl who is 23 years old for sex and for long-term relationship. Basically, that girl helps him with his activity. So if what we are talking now, if he wouldn't manipulate her in the right way, that girl will not be jumped on his dick. So see, you need to know how to deal with those situations. And basically, if you will learn that, it's like you can be 50 years old and do that. This is incredible. This is incredible. One person, you know, he actually got into big accident when he was 14 years old. You know, at his country was a war, and bullets was, you know, going to the air and then dropping by the, you know, gravitation back, and one bullet, you know, hit his head, and when he got into wheelchairs, for being 14 years old, he got into wheelchairs, and so he managed that, you know, he needed, you know, to learn how to walk, how to talk, how to be confident from the start. And he managed that, you know. Today he's, you know, one of the best, you know, also dating coach in the world. So see, the mindset, the inner game is everything, you know. If you have the right inner game, the right mindset, you can achieve everything. It doesn't matter, you know, how old are you, what is your status with money, what is your, you know, past, and so on. You can achieve more success. That's success with girls. So see, a lot of you men thinking that you have, you know, problems. But okay, so how many males you train, Aaron? Back in my country, Lithuania, I train around 200 males individually, private. And when I went to English market, I probably train around 50 males, because most of the time I work individually. Tell story about best girl you fucked, same day lane. Okay. Okay, so the best my story, same day lane, of course, was in Charlotte, North Carolina, United States. It just, you know, I was really tired. I just woke up early morning. My client left for Atlanta because he was driving, you know, from Atlanta to Charlotte. His family was in Atlanta. We opened a new city in Charlotte. We rent luxury apartment in Charlotte. He didn't tell for his family about Alpha Man training, definitely. He told for his wife that big project is coming, you know, and he would need go to Charlotte. That's how he managed. So he was driving back to his family from Sunday to Tuesday, and then on Wednesday he was coming back to Charlotte, and we were approaching from Wednesday to Saturday, you know, with night game, day game, everything. So he left for Atlanta, and I left alone. He left for Sunday. Yes, Sunday. It was just Sunday, you know. I was after, you know, night game. We fucked Asian chick together with my client, so he had been in a very good mood. And I just left for Starbucks, you know, Starbucks to work with a laptop. I just started to work, and through the window, I saw an amazing, you know, blonde. she was wearing, you know, white clothes, and white color is same day color. Why? Because most people who wear white color, they are open for connections. We wanna, you know, meet people. We are open, you know, we're not closed like black color. So I realized that it's a perfect opportunity for me to make same day lay. I just packaged my laptop, everything, and went to approach here. And she was, you know, on the phone checking out city. I approached it here. My English was really low at that because it was a beginning. I have been first time in United States with huge English barrier. So I approached it with my low English, and I said, you know, I just approached it here, saying, my name is Aaron, what's your name? And she said that she was going to Hooters interview. And Hooters are those people, those girls who are working in a very, you know, sexy costumes, and they are like waitress, you know, it's like topless, you know, costumes, very sex dress, you know, panties, everything, and they are like a waitress. So, okay, and I've been, you know, I did that thing that you just need to improve your situation. It doesn't need to be, you know, amazing guy in that situation. You just need to improve your station. And how I improved your station? Because she were walking alone, very beautiful girl, and all males were staring at her. And girls doesn't like that. They like that attractive man is walking with her. So I have been that attractive male and started to walk with her. And so in 40 minutes, I pull it here, you know, to our sex location. And basically that my client said, you know, I wanna bang, you know, 2 blondes back in that double size, you know, king bedroom, you know. I wanna bang, you know, 2 blondes, you know, and one day I will do that. And that blonde which I approached it, being that blonde that my client was dreaming about. So I shoot it here, I pull it, I started to dance back in an apartment. I turned it here on, but she didn't let me to fuck here because, you know, jobs interview were approaching us. So she left for that job interview. And that, you know, very interesting thing is like she by herself were calling me, and, you know, I just said, and I, you know, asked her, did you finish, you know, that job interview? She said, yes, I finished. So I said, yeah, so we can play a pool back in my apartment. And she said, okay, I will drive. Text me an address, she said. Okay. So I texted her address, and she drove to me. This is amazing. She drove to me. We went to play a pool, and I said before pool, if I win, I do with you what I want for next, you know, 15 minutes. If you win, you do with me what you want for next 15 minutes. And of course I won. I won, and then I hug it here, I kiss it, I made out, and just, you know, I pull it here to my apartment, and I knew that this is not game over, because the main goal is to provide here multiple orgasms, is to shock here in bed. And yeah, I started slowly to fuck her, slowly, in order to not come fast. I fuck it in a bedroom, then I pull it to kitchen, then I pull it to living room, fuck it in different places. And she loved it, you know, sex. And next day she came also, and she helped me to give dance lesson for my client. And later my client fucked it here. So it was amazing story. I love that. And what I noticed, America is a perfect place for same-day lays, same-day banks. Why? Because it's the most advanced country in the world. So what it means, people care about time. It's like they wanna, you know, save their time. If a girl liked you in America, she is open for same-day bank. It's like that, you know, definition of same-day bank came from America. Back in Europe, you know, we need to, most of the time you need to add additional 1 date. So that was, you know, my okay. What country is best for same day lay, Aaron? I think Miami's Miami, you know, in United States. So if you're from Miami, so you should be very, you know, very serious about learn how to do same day banks. Because why Miami's people love Miami's associates with, you know, big pleasure, freedom, vacation, coming for 2 or 3 weeks or 1 week, staying, getting some memories, relaxing, and so on. So I think Miami's, because when we did in Charlotte is bought by, it's owned by American banks, so all people are very professional. They're wearing jackets, you know, they're quite stressful. So that city is quite hard to do. Now I'm coaching a guy from Washington, and Washington DC is fucking also very hard city to do. Washington DC is like, if in Charlotte to rent, you know, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom apartment costs around $2,000, so in Washington DC it costs $6,000. So it's very expensive. So I think Miami, LA probably, but it's with logistics. The city is very huge. In Europe, I like Vilnius, where I stay. Also good place because it's not really big. It's very, very good for logistics. London, England, also very amazing. By the way, from London, one amazing story of my client. He did same day bang with American girl, which later asked him come to Los Angeles, you know, and spend, you know, Christmas time. So he approached her when she was sitting on the bench. Before it, she rejected our 2 males. And he approached it, you know, he was very confident because he was doing wrestling, you know, for almost 1 year, maybe, or half a year. So he is very confident. We discovered that he needs to approach couples. So actually he has no fears. He approached that girl and begging her in her hotel. He missed another flight to Italy because he needed to celebrate, you know, his birthday party with Russian girl and her female friend, but he banged an American girl in London and he missed his flight. But instead of that, he banged, you know, American girl, and that American girl was 27 years old. She had daughter, and she was asking him come to, you know, LA. So London, it's amazing also place to do that. So I have my neighbor, she's pretty, but I don't know how to get with her. So Marcus, as you are fighting with yourself, it's inner game. Is see your message, how it sounds. I have my neighbor, she's pretty, but I do not know how to get with her. So yeah, you probably miss some techniques and maybe also care about reputation, you know. And how much cost AlphaMan training? So you need to contact through info@alphamantraining.com or just fill the form, go to contacts, then we will Skype and we will discuss why, because I need to see what you want. Every man is different, every man has different situation, and every man lives in different place, you know, so we need to calculate everything. So okay, hey Aaron, my friend daughter, my friend's daughter always making my friend where I am. I gave her my number, but she never texted me. Should I personally ask her out for a coffee or leave her alone? So I need more information about this situation. So you also need to contact with me. Describe your situation when I can reply. Okay. Okay. The next thing what I should say about PUA Bootcamp, what is very important. Most of you guys are thinking about learning some techniques, you know, getting good coach, working with you, learning, beating your approach anxiety. But you're not thinking about renting a very good place, you know, investing money into that. But look, you need also to think from girl side. You will approach here, you will, you know, attract here. What's next? Where you will bring here? With a lot of men with whom I Skype, you know, we watch it, you know, logistics. So when we, you know, saw what place we need to rent, the situation change it. I mean, you don't need to save money on renting a good place, because that place will save you a lot of things. What we did, you know, with one of my clients, we rent a place in very city center of Vilnius, so we save a lot of time. Doesn't need you doesn't need to drive, you know, to city center. So a lot of girls, they dream to live in flat who is, you know, in city center. They dream about that. So once you pull to that flat, those girls become wet. Yeah, if a flat is quite luxury, you know, quite really good, so they instantly imagining sex, you know, with you. So you need to think about that rent, and you need to do that project, because as I said, time passes really fast. Later you will be not able to buy time. You will be able to buy everything: phone, computers, houses, flats. You can buy all London, you know, all America can buy, but you cannot buy relationships with people. You need to create them. And in order to do that, you need to get experience from people who work in that. So think about what you need to know. You will need to manipulate, to be humble for learning. Next thing, we will need a place, good place to do training. We will need a board where to write everything. You will need to be discreet, in secret, to not run out relationships. Next thing, you know, you need lower ratio as possible, because the higher ratio is, I mean, instructor and how many students. If ratio is 1 to 3, the quality of training will be much more lower than it will work individually or 1 on 2. 1 on 2. So you need good ratio, a good apartment, a good weekend. You need to sleep really well, be, you know, fresh, open-minded. You need to leave your problems outside. What I also noticed, you will have very little problems in life when you will not have wealth on your name and surname. Those people who have wealth on their name and surname have a lot of problems, because, you know, that wealth that you have can be taken by the government anytime. Yeah, it's like, now it's those kind of times. Government can take, you know, your house, your car, your all money, whatever they want, you know. It happened to a lot of my partners, people who I know, you know, they got into bankruptcy of their business, but after that, you know, they felt freedom, you know. What the fuck, you know, doesn't matter for me. For one of my clients, happened, you know, he needed to pay elementary, you know. He made a kid, you know, and he needed to pay elementary. He didn't pay. So actually, he get, you know, salary with the cash, you know. The cash government cannot see. And it's much more better, because the more business you have, the more wealth you have on your name and surname, the more, you know, you will be upset, you know. Those things will concrete you, will push, you know, it's very hard for you to concentrate on that momentum when you approach a girl. You need to be free. You need to fight for your freedom, you know. I mean, you need to be clever, you know. Like, the best is to keep a cash, you know, is to have a cash. It's like, if you have a wealth, you cannot, you know, break the rules, you know. It's like, imagine you break the rules, you know. Maybe a girl walks to police and, you know, writes a claim for you that you raped her. So you know, you need to know what you will do now. It's like, if she claimed you, you know, she maybe can get money from you. But if she doesn't have any wealth on your name and surname, so what she will get? And if you shoot it here, so she cannot, you know, convince government, you know, and jail that you actually rape it here, because you have video footage and you doesn't have any wealth on your name, surname. So you will be very brave, you know. You can a little bit break some rules. When you have a lot of wealth on your name, surname, you create a lot of business. You're very responsible for a lot of activities. So that's why you very upset by running out reputation, by approaching neighbors. It's like those things holding you back, you know. You have so much stuff to do. You cannot run out of your reputation. You can, maybe some people will write claims, they will claim you, maybe you will lose your wealth. So you're afraid, you know. You need to be free, you know, free. What I noticed in my life, doesn't need, you know, a lot of money, doesn't need, you know, luxury cars, doesn't need luxury houses, because you doesn't own anything in life. It's this very big look. You doesn't own anything in life. You just have relationships with those things. If you have a luxury house, this is not your house. You just have relationship with that house. So what it means, any relationship takes attention. So you need to care that house, you know. You need to spend a lot of time caring for that house, you know, cleaning it and so on. So it takes a lot of energy. You have luxury cars, you need also to care them. Does it help you with girls? It helps you with the family. If you want a family, yeah, it's very good, you know. You have something for your family where to move them, you know, where to live them. But if you are searching PUA Bootcamp, probably you're not thinking about family. So what I said to you, before PUA Bootcamp, you should be free as much as you can. It doesn't need to have problems. If you have serious problems in your life, so you need to work with your inner game to solve that problems, you know. Because one of my clients, he had a business, he ran out reputation because of the media in his country. Media wrote, you know, bad posts that he raped a girl, you know, raped a girl because a girl by herself jumped on her, because he seduced a girl jumped on his dick, and media wrote that he raped a girl. And just imagine his clients, you know, close people, you know, read that, you know. So he ran out reputation in his country, and he needed to leave the country. Actually, he needed to transform his business from his country to worldwide, you know, to do. And what he realized, you know, that yeah, when you're doing worldwide, you are much more free. When you are dependent by your own one city, so very dependable, and you will not become such successful with girls. So you need to become that Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Worldwide, you know, speaking English fluently and you know, approaching girls in any city. Of course, to learn Russian language. Говорит по-русски очень хорошо. If you know Russian, also very good. You can communicate with the east of the world, you know. So if you know English, you communicate with west. If you know Russian, you communicate with east. And that's in that way, you will become very successful. Why? Because your options very huge, you know. You can choose from very, you know, wide of girls. There are so many. And you don't have wealth on your name, surname, because maybe you're doing quite risky activity. You cannot have that. And if someone write a claim for you, or they claim you, but they cannot take anything from you because your wealth is zero. So look, when your wealth is zero, it doesn't have any wealth. So that's where you find where really happiness, you know. It's like, oh my God, I don't have any problems. I do not afraid of anything. Because you're not beating people, you're not raping people, you know. You're not doing anything bad. But there are some people, you know, who wanna your money, who wanna, you know, stop you from success. So it's the best when you have zero wealth on your name, surname. Most people cannot get nothing from you. And then you can break some rules. You can be more aggressive alpha male on achieving goals. When you have wealth, it's probably someday, sometime, they will take from you. And then you will realize, oh my God, that wealth doesn't give me any happiness. It's just creating me a lot of problems. It takes a lot of attention by caring that. Fuck that, you know. It's for me enough to have cash, approach girls, move things forward, buy wealth on others, people names, surnames, and be free. So man, I wish you be free, you know, and doesn't create, you know, a lot of problems. Okay, so and be free, be very optimistic about PUA Bootcamp, because you can change that. Back in the days when I started, it haven't been, you know, those coaches who can train how to dance, you know, individually, who can work with you, solve your problems. So you need to be very, you know, very thankful for that you have your hands, legs, you have everything in your hands, and focus on most things that you can control. Remove things, remove people who take all happiness from your life. Know that time passes really quick, you know. You will become soon old man, and you need to enjoy your life. Start enjoy life, start approach girls, do that, because later you will say that it was the best times. When I meet my buddies, you know, 3 years back, we were approaching a lot of girls. They say that those times have been most amazing, you know. So go to alphamentoring.com, contact with me. I can give you more information about PUA Bootcamp, and until next time, bye.